All right, guys. XRP is about to go absolutely ballistic, berserk, vertical line mode. We're gonna look at the small time frame, then the bigger time frame, a couple tweets, see where the overall market's at, and basically just show like how primed not just XRP but the whole market really is right now. Bitcoin obviously had a nice recovery today and a little bit over the weekend, back over 70K, so that looks good normally, right? In the past, Bitcoin has struggled a little bit at its old all-time highs, right around 20K. You know, we had some turbulence, we broke up, came back down, came back up, came back down, then we sent it. So it looks pretty similar over here, right? Like we came up, came back down, came up, came back down, and then are we gonna send it now? It's certainly possible. And normally, once this thing really decisively breaks over those all-time highs, everything just starts to get sent throughout the market. So if we come over to XRP on the smaller time frame, right, we had our pump up to 75 cents, retraced it all because this freaking this coin, man. Um, but if we come to the smaller time frame, we put in a nice diamond reversal. You could also call it a big inverse head and shoulders, and we have now broken out. Looks like we might come back down to retest this line that we broke, this descending resistance, around 63 cents maybe, and then we should be primed to go, right? If we take a measured move from, we'll take a conservative one. Let's just go from here to here. You pull this to the breakout point. It says 72 and a half cents. So like back to the top of this range that we've basically been in since the lawsuit pump. Back to the top. And then there's the stage that we're at in the market now, man. I would really expect this thing to continue and get like an actual full breakout. If we zoom out a little bit, right, on a bigger pattern, now you could see since that SEC lawsuit, we have a good big old double bottom, okay? And if we can just get that break over that 75-cent level, then we would expect that to take us upwards of $1.15, $1.20. But then that's where things get really interesting because you get up there and you're breaking out of even bigger macro patterns, right? So we already broke out of this triangle, but you can draw this more conservatively, right? Just up at the wicks. And you could say, okay, we're trying to break out of this right now. So we break out, we send it to $1.15, then we're really breaking out of this big macro pattern. And that's when things start to get really crazy, right? Because you break out of the macro pattern. Then again, we'll do a more conservative measured move. Something simple. You break out right here. You're looking for $10 on the macro. So it's one breakout that leads to another breakout that leads to another breakout. And again, we're just repeating that same consolidation pattern from before the 2017 pump. Now, if you want something even more interesting, if we come over to the market cap chart and we take this fractal from down here, right, and we come overlay it. So again, it's on the weekly chart right now. So we overlay it something like this, right, where the bottom right here matches here. And then you could see we get like a little pump here, little pump here, little pump here, come up here, and then we teeter down, and we just kind of fade down here. We've deviated from that a little. We've started going up while this was actually fading down. But it would suggest that the big candle is to come. The first one in the middle of April, April 15th, that week. And then the week of April 22nd would say that we start to get a massive pump. You know, up to 240 billion market cap. So not quite a 10x, but probably around like to old all-time highs in terms of USD pairing. So I think that chart is a great indicator, but this would mean that we still do have a couple weeks of just waddling around. And then we could also go look at the Bitcoin pair. So this is the macro for the Bitcoin pair. We've touched this multi-year, like since the inception of XRP trend line. And if we zoom in, today when Bitcoin was pumping, we saw a bit of a dump on the Bitcoin pair for XRP. But draw this trend line like this, looks like we just came back to the bottom of this triangle, this ascending support. A, B, C, D, E. Are we ready to break out? Look, the measured move for this alone, breaking out of this over here. Let's see percentages. From where we're at now to that breakout is a 25% increase against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin continues up, then that's more than a 25% increase. But again, those are baby numbers. What we're really ultimately looking for on this chart would be, one, we want to get back to these lows. Like that should be no questions asked. And that's like almost 100% pump, like a 70 to 90% pump. But then the big picture is getting back on this chart to this range up here, or setting new all-time highs, which is 1,000% pump, again, against Bitcoin. So that would just be a 10x from here if Bitcoin just stayed still and did not increase at all. So that's how that chart is looking. Look, all of these charts just look so primed and ready to go. We have everything we need happening in the market. Stock market, all-time highs. Bitcoin, all-time highs. Total 3, this is what's crazy. Total 3 has already been ripping. Total 3 has gone almost back up to this, April, March high right here. This retrace level. While, again, XRP has not done much of anything. A lot of the ISO coins haven't done too much. Algorand has so much catching up to do. HBAR catching up to do. Casper still down here in this accumulation range, still waiting for a breakout of that. XDC still down here on top of its accumulation range. So a lot of things are lagging behind, but like I said, once Bitcoin gets that decisive break over these all-time highs and really starts pushing for a next leg up, I think that's when we could really start to see everything go crazy. So the big news of today is, if you come over to Twitter from Brad Garlinghouse, he tweeted out, commenting on Stuart Alderati's tweet. Stuart Alderati mentioned, so this is the lawyer for Ripple, as you will see when the SEC brief is made public tomorrow, they asked the judge for $2 billion in fines and penalties. And then he says a little bit more down here. But then Brad comments on this. Gensler's SEC has repeatedly acted outside the law, not going unnoticed by judges, admonishing the agency for gross abuse of power entrusted to it by Congress, and for acting without faithful allegiance to the law. Let's not also forget Gensler's lack of attention to the SBF fraud. And he goes to say the SEC's plans to ask the judge for $2 billion in a case that involved no allegations, let alone findings of fraud and recklessness. There is absolutely no precedent for this. We will continue to expose the SEC for what they are when we respond to this. And you got like Alex Cobb down here commenting, yes, the judge ruled that XRP is not a security in a securities lawsuit, and the SEC still wants $2 billion. Average politician. So it's just funny. Like, they've basically lost the lawsuit, and they're still asking for all of this money. Also here from Alex Cobb, just showing this same chart, right? It's just a massive triangle we've been in. And then from Tony the Bull Severino on Twitter, XRP is a sleeping giant that's about to awaken. And he shows the same triangle, but he's also showing the RSI here on the 1 month, how it looks like we're hitting our head on the resistance now, and we're looking to break out. So he's suggesting up to around $12 in this big 5-wave move. I'll actually pull up the RSI right now on the monthly as well. Draw that in on my chart. RSI. Let's just take a look at this. If we draw this line in right here. Oh yeah, man. That's crazy. So look at that. Make this bigger. That's insane, man. We're really right there on the precipice of that. The next couple months could be the thing that, sends us up the same way it did back here in 2017. So all eyes open, all eyes peeled. I really think the liftoff could be at any given moment. Again, that one chart I showed you for the total market cap of XRP would suggest we'd still have a couple weeks and we'd be looking at mid-April. So that wouldn't surprise me if we teetered around, but my expectation is that we don't have to fill out this triangle. all the way until November of this year. I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than that because I think the market's going to be done running a lot sooner than that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I have a Discord I just started. Link is in the description. Completely free to join. Just post about crypto, news, tweets, memes. Just talk about whatever we're feeling. So if that's of interest to you, click the link in the description. Join that. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.